Hi, my name is Sheila Karuna. Welcome to New Light Streaming Love and Sassy Seer Sheila. Boy, I was just flashed something about the name of our collaborative channel. Wow. Everything that I've been shown because of the way I was drawn to Jason and his writings. Just now, I was flashed the way the collaborative channel was worded. I was the one that picked the name for our collaborative channel. And I viewed it as a play on words. KNEW. New Light Streaming Love. That's been more than a year ago. It might even be 2 years ago now that we started that channel together. Or coming up on 2 years. In terms of the flame and remembering and all of that, isn't that interesting? That was just now flashed to me as I was saying the name for New Light Streaming Love. Well, see, this is for me. We don't make mistakes. We can label things however we like, but in truth, especially if you are moving in ways that you don't really understand, but you're drawn in that particular way. And so you move towards that. I don't, that's not a bad thing. That's not an insanity the way some folks would like to classify that. That is following an internal prompting that you don't have a name for, but it makes it no less real and no less valid. Wow. At any rate, this is another of Jason's writings entitled The Fear Campaign. And I'd like to call your attention that this actually, I don't know if Jason wrote it at the date that it is listed as being on the Ancient Order of the Hermetics Facebook group, but it was June the 9th. So fully 1 week and 1 day ago, because today is June the 17th. And I was not guided. It was saved, but I was not guided to record it until now. So it begins The Fear Campaign by Jason Gray. I want you to stop whatever you are doing right now. Put your phone down, close the tab, mute the noise, do something so radical, so simple that it has become revolutionary. Walk over to your window, look outside. Tell me, what do you actually see? Do you see tanks rumbling down your street? Do you see soldiers going door to door demanding your papers? Do you see mobs in the streets, fire in the skies, drones circling above, or the collapse they promised you in high definition terror? No? Then wake up. You are being manipulated. You are being targeted. You are being programmed to feel like the end is near, so you never realize that the end they speak of is not even real. The end they want is your peace, your presence, your sovereignty. They are this close to taking it. The manufactured war zone. The war is not in your streets, it is in your screen. They have constructed a false battlefield, a digital simulation of panic, and beamed it directly into your nervous system. Your cortisol spikes not because you are in danger, but because you believe you are. Belief is all it takes. They do not need bombs when they have broadcasts. They do not need troops when they have trends. They do not need prisons when they have built invisible cages around your mind, sealed with headlines, hashtags, and hopelessness. Every image you are fed is chosen. Every story you are told is shaped. Every crisis you believe in has been edited, rehearsed, looped, and amplified until the illusion becomes louder than reality. And I want to pause here and say that on some level, this actually goes out the same and sometimes double for some of those things where the opposite information it looks like is being manufactured and sold to you as well, you know, in the truther community. From my point of view, a lot of what is being touted as really happening out there that keeps a lot of people on edge as well is meant to do the exact same thing, just in a different way, capturing a different group, because not everybody is the same. I'm back to Jason's writing here, The War on Stillness. Why do they fear your peace so much? Because a still mind cannot be controlled. Because a calm soul cannot be manipulated. Because when you stop reacting and start remembering, you remember what is real. And that's why I said it's not always just what's on TV. It's also what's being fed to some who are in differing versions of awakening as well. It's all throughout all the media. That's why everything, every single thing has to be looked at with an open mind and a consideration of, that's why this discernment business is so key. And for me personally, you can't develop discernment if you don't be still. So, because when you stop reacting, you start remembering. You remember what is real. You remember that most of life still works, that your neighbors are not your enemies, that your city is not on fire. You remember that you are not in danger unless you let yourself believe that you are. You see, the real war has always been against your internal compass. The part of you that feels truth in silence. That's that discernment that I'm speaking on. The part of you that knows when something smells off, even if it's wrapped in pretty words like, quote, safety, health, or global stability. They feed you fear because fear is the gateway drug to obedience. Fear is how free people become docile. Fear is how minds become militarized. The great psyop. Guess who is feeding it? You. You are not just a victim in this operation. You are an active participant. Every time you repost their terror, every time you debate their narratives, every time you forward their fear-filled clips and cry, "Can you believe this?" you become part of the machine. I could not agree more, Jason. You are echoing the very frequency that is destroying you. You think you're resisting. You are amplifying. You think you're helping. You're hypnotizing. You think you're staying informed. You have become a frequency repeater for the empire of illusion. It is time to stop. That's why I said, even those who are in the truther community and think they are waking other folks up. Nope. Not from my point of view. I was there. I tried that same thing. First of all, you can't. That ain't for you. The moment that matters, the only time that matters is now. Not the headlines, not the projections, not the staged fear campaigns masquerading as breaking news. Now. Look again. The sun is still rising. The air is still fresh. The birds are still singing their song as if nothing has changed, because it has not. Not out there, only inside you. You are the one who changed. You have been made to feel powerless, anxious, frantic, despairing, addicted to the latest drip of doom. You are told this is awareness. This is responsibility. This is being a good citizen. It is not. It is energetic enslavement. The only way to win is to stop playing. The doorway to liberation. Here is the real breaking news. Your attention is sacred. Your energy is currency. Your peace is a weapon of mass liberation. If they can get you to forfeit your attention, they do not need to control your life. They already control your experience of it. And this is why you must become ruthless in protecting your inner state. This is why you must unplug from the doom machine, even when it screams, quote, "But what if you miss something important?" If it is important, it will show up outside your window. And that's a true statement, boy, I tell you. Until then, return to yourself, to the moment, to the breath, to the garden, the lake, the mountain, the sky. Return to the truth that you are still free until you believe otherwise. The final reminder. When the day comes that soldiers walk your streets, when your neighbor is dragged from their home, when tanks roll past your window and truth is outlawed entirely, then it will be time to act. But until then, refuse to be harvested. Refuse to power the machine of fear with your sacred mind. Refuse to sell your peace for the cheap thrill of outrage. Look out your window. The world is still there, still breathing, still turning, still yours if you claim it. Silence the noise. Turn off the weaponized stories. Take back your lens. Remember, this is not the end of the world. It is the end of the lie. You are the proof that truth still walks this earth. Stay grounded, stay sovereign, stay human. Let the media scream. You have a soul to protect. Wow. Jason, oh my gosh. And as I scroll up here on my phone, I'm going to share this. My goodness. There are 222. I don't know if that's going to come in. Come on. 222 reactions. Oh, come on. Focus, camera. Focus, focus, focus. There it is. 222 reactions as I'm recording this. That's very interesting to me. Okay, well, that's it for another one of Jason's writings. Wow. I hope that you will move towards that which draws you. And honestly, if it does, there must be something there for you. However, I honestly, I agree with Jason. If you get quiet, if you get still, and you follow your internal promptings and only your internal promptings, moving towards that which brings you joy, not fear, but joy. That's where it's at for me, man, in these days and moments of now. Until we meet again, I hope that you will be well, my friends. Mwah.